Go.
Plastic pollution is devastating our oceans, including, according to a new report, plastic from Amazon.com. Amazon shipped 7 billion packages in 2019, nearly one for every person on the planet. These packages were filled with air pillows, bubble wrap, and other plastic packaging. In total, Amazon used an estimated 465 million pounds of plastic packaging in 2019, according to the report from Oceana. That's enough plastic packaging to circle the Earth more than 500 times in the form of air pillows. Oceana also found that an estimated 22 million pounds of this plastic packaging polluted the world's freshwater and marine ecosystems last year. That's equivalent to a delivery van's worth of plastic packaging polluting the ocean every 70 minutes. Amazon has said that it is trying to address this problem by developing recyclable packaging. But Amazon's plastic is not typically accepted by curbside recycling programs in the US, the UK, and Canada. Instead, it most often gets landfilled, burned, or becomes pollution. Only 4% of the kind of plastic used by Amazon had been recycled, a recent study found. Amazon customers want the company to address its plastic problem. More than 85% said they are worried about plastic pollution's impact on the oceans and want packaging alternatives that don't harm the planet like plastic, according to surveys sponsored by Oceana. Over 660,000 people have signed a petition calling on Amazon to offer plastic-free choices. Amazon should listen to its customers and, as it has started to on climate, take responsibility for reducing plastic pollution. They've already eliminated non-recyclable plastic packaging from their fulfillment centers in India. Why isn't the company doing this everywhere? It's time for Amazon to reduce its use of plastic and offer plastic-free choices to all of its customers. Join the campaign at oceana.org/plasticfreeamazon. Plastic pollution is...
Andy Jassy, my team and I come to you today with the hopes of taking Amazon to the next level. According to Oblero, Amazon had 150.6 million mobile users as of September 2019. Amazon is leaps and bounds ahead of the competition with a 74 million point difference from the second place company, Walmart. It is safe to say that while Amazon is popular, it also has renowned consumer trust. Based on a survey conducted by Feedvisor on a pool of more than 2,000 plus US customers, 89% of buyers agree that they're more likely to buy products from Amazon than any other e-commerce sites. Here's where we come in. You have strong consumer trust, but it's what you do with that trust that is the key. More specifically, surrounding the incorporation of environmental sustainability. My team and I pitch to you to change your plastic packaging to recyclable paper in order to make Amazon just that much better than the competition. This is Paper versus Plastics, our future in shipping.
Great, thank you, Carly. So this was actually a package that I just received, and in this package, I ordered a fanny pack, nothing that could be broken. It was shipped in an excessively large box, and it was about 15 feet of plastic air pillows inside of this package. Amazon uses excessive amounts of plastic waste with every package that they send out. According to Oceana, in the year 2019, Amazon was responsible for 465 million pounds of plastic package waste. From the 456 million pounds that Amazon already produces, 22.4 million pounds of that plastic packaging has entered and polluted the world's freshwater and marine ecosystems. That equates to dumping a delivery van of plastic into the oceans every 70 minutes. Plastic air pillows and bubble wrap accounted for most of their waste. To help put things into perspective, the combined length of the air pillow waste that was used by Amazon would circle our Earth over 500 times. The report discloses that the type of plastic often used in packaging by Amazon, referred to as the plastic film, is effectively not recycled despite the company's claim of recyclability. One study found that the plastic packaging and waste generated by Amazon packages are mostly destined for not recycling, but for landfill, and unfortunately our waterways and seas is where the plastic can harm our marine life. As of 2014, a mere 4% of the plastic film was properly recycled. Even if Amazon only produced a quarter of the waste stated in this report, its footprint is still enough to circle the Earth over 100 times in the form of air pillows and to cause a very large problem for our oceans. There have been over 650,000 customers who are demanding a change from Amazon in their plastic footprint, and it's clear to see why some consumers choose to not support the company due to the amount of harm that they are causing to our planet. The plastic pollution crisis is the climate crisis, and fracked plastic is an environmental problem at every stage. Rather than decreasing its carbon impact, Amazon's increased use of plastic is fueling our climate crisis. There is going to become a point where the damage has been caused and it will become irreversible.
Thank you, Ella. So our team did a few analyses. First, we did a SWOT analysis. Some strengths is that plastics in our ocean are harming the environment. There's a ton of water pollution. Marine life is taking a huge hit as they mistake plastic for food. We found some weaknesses as well. It's more costly, less durable, and there's less variation. Some opportunities that we found were that we can eliminate plastic and switch over to a more sustainable option. There's also marketing campaigns that can be done based on eco-friendly practices and the idea of green consciousness growing among millennial consumers as well. Some big threats that we found was there would be huge cultural resistance to cutting trees down, fluctuating distribution prices, and customers actually wanting to see that change. And if Amazon does not actually pull through with the change, there is a potential for a huge loss of customers. The next analysis that we did was a force field with forces for change away from plastic at Amazon and forces against change away from plastic at Amazon. We found that paper could provide better public image and better PR. Plastics are obviously bad for the environment. Paper causes less waste, which is a financial burden. And plastics pollute oceans and kill wildlife, as we've all discussed previously. Some forces against change away from plastic at Amazon could be plastic is obviously cheaper, plastic is waterproof, and paper is harder to make water resistant. Plastic is often more lightweight and better utilizes air, and a huge one being climate changers denying or making it harder to push for climate on an environmental basis.
Amazon is damaging its PR just as much as the planet. PR stands for a company's public relations. Going green can have a huge impact on public relations by increasing the brand's exposure, appeal, engagement, and loyalty. Brand exposure comes from people talking about the good that the changes your company are making creates in the world. This type of brand exposure is usually rather cheap. It costs what it takes to implement the actual environmental change. And from there, people talking about it and spreading the news is what carries on the exposure. This creates a brand appeal and makes people want to purchase from them because they know the company is doing the right thing. This creates a further brand loyalty by making people want to come back and spend more with the same company. And this all creates engagement by making people feel as if they are doing something themselves to help the planet. On the right here, we see on the x-axis, public relations from low to very high. This is comparing public relations to profit margins. As we can see, as public relations increase and exposure increases, the profit margin greatly increases, which leads us into Varun's point.
Thanks for the intro, Alden. So I'm going to be talking about a lot of the profit and a lot of the benefits that can come from having a better PR. So one thing that I recently found out that will 100% relate to this situation is that renewable plastics are not actually as cost efficient as paper. Paper costs only about 4 to 5 cents per package compared to renewable plastics, which would be about 8 to 9 cents per package. Overall, if Amazon wanted to stick with plastic, that would be less cost effective. And if they were to switch to paper, consumers will feel like they are ordering from a more eco-friendly company by ordering from Amazon. As you can see in this image right here, majority of modern consumers do care about the future of our planet. And as a result, if a company such as Amazon increases their environmental friendly and become more environmentally conscious, then more consumers would come to Amazon, or consumers that already use Amazon will trust it more and start using it more. I have some more graphics on the next slide. All of these graphics are cited in our bibliography. So up here, you can see that 90% of manufacturers agree that the environment is a top priority or a very good concern to keep in mind. As Connor will cover later in his slides, the competition are already doing a lot of different environmental conscious and environmental friendly options for their products. And then if you look, 40% of consumers believe that companies are not doing enough in regards to the environment. That 40% is a large margin of people that are not or will not use products by companies that aren't actively promoting their eco-friendly atmosphere. If we look at customer statistics, we can see that 68% of millennials have purchased at least one product with social or environmental benefit over one that has not in the last 12 months. And 80% of Americans respect brands that promote eco-friendly products. So it is very easy PR if Amazon was to switch to using paper in their products as a great way to increase their profit.
In the past, Amazon has come up with some disruptive innovations in order to lessen their climate impact. These past solutions have been both creative, set industry standards, and environmentally conscious. Recently, Amazon has added an option to their checkout system where you can now choose to ship your whole order together rather than them coming in separate boxes. This turns 6 packages into 3 packages and 2 packages into 1 package, leaving the environmental consciousness up to the consumer. Following this innovation, Amazon teamed up with Procter & Gamble and created new shipping-friendly packages. The company came up with new packages like the one pictured in the top right for Tide that uses 60% less plastic than a traditional jug and requires no extra packing materials, so that ships as is. This is a great innovation, and they've had many, but there's more Amazon can do. The 2 biggest shipping practices holding Amazon back are their overuse of air pillows and their overuse of cardboard. Air pillows, as mentioned before, come in every Amazon box, and they give you a lot of them. You only need maybe 1 or even none. And these are single-use plastics, not biodegradable, and 95% of them end up in the ocean or a landfill. Our solution to this environmental menace is the 100% biodegradable paper air pillow made from regrown material. The Eco Air Pillow on the right does not destroy the ocean or feed landfills and can be reused and recycled through repulping. Amazon has also promised to make the Amazon device packages 100% recyclable by 2023. However, that is simply not enough. The vast majority of Amazon's orders are for non-Amazon devices, so making their devices shipping materials recyclable is just a drop in the bucket. Additionally, the packages is not made from recycled materials, and in this day and age, with Amazon's resources, it is easily available. Our innovation goal is to get Amazon to use 100% recyclable packages made from recycled materials and sustainably sourced wood fiber. As a capstone to our business innovation, we want Amazon to prepare for the future so they don't have to play catch up anytime soon. As a part of our new sustainable business practice we are suggesting, Amazon should team up with the nonprofit One Tree Planted. One Tree Planted plants trees all over the world, and we would suggest that they actually plant them in the Amazon. The Amazon rainforest has been struggling recently with deforestation, and the switch to paper air bubbles would mean more trees have to be cut down. With a partnership or a monthly giving promise, Amazon can level out the deficit they're partly responsible for, and it makes a perfect match for our vision. This would spawn easy PR opportunities and help change the public opinion about values of the corporation. Finally, the warehouses. These are colossal. They're 800,000 square feet. They have massive energy bills with cooling and heating systems, lights, sorting machines on 24/7. With an investment into solar and wind energy, warehouses can move closer to zero emissions and again decrease their massive carbon footprint. We can set the bar high so other global companies can do the same.
So in summary, several factors went into deciding on our innovation. Most importantly, we want to be environmentally conscious. Along with that, our company will receive positive press and increased profit, as it will likely go hand in hand. Thirdly, we will increase consumer satisfaction. We want customers to feel good about going green with Amazon. Lastly, after comparing our competitors, we believe we will set a high industry standard. So as mentioned, we have done some research on Amazon's competitors' solutions. The stereotypical competitor to Amazon is eBay. In 2018, eBay introduced reusable boxes with multiple uses. These boxes can be used multiple times between buyer and seller. eBay has also given 100,000 reusable green shipping boxes to sellers made up of 100% FCS certified and recycled material. Walmart.com is another significant competitor to Amazon. They pledged to switch to 100% recyclable, reusable, or industrial packaging by 2025. Walmart also works with suppliers to reduce private brand plastic packaging whenever possible. Target is a competitor that has received negative press. Star Tribune released an article urging Target to get serious about reducing plastic packaging, since they have also pledged to 100% recyclable, reusable, or industrial packaging by 2025. Amazon can make a big impact and stand out from the competition with change. So as touched on earlier, we could face some potential challenges along the way. Although we are reducing waste, there could be some cultural resistance to cutting down more trees. Even though we are planting more trees as well, cutting them down in the first place could spark negative media. And fluctuating distribution costs could also make it harder for price point planning. New shipping methods will also be needed to accompany for non-plastic shipping. Previous methods are already normalized and accepted, so by nature, change can be difficult to accept. Although there are some challenges, we are confident we can overcome each and every one. Andy Jassy, we think this is a viable solution that we believe you should strongly consider. It will help the Amazon brand progress as a whole. Thank you, and we appreciate your time.